Hare Krishna. So we were discussing about the 10 offenses against the chanting of the holy names of the Lord, and last class we were discussing about the seventh offense, that to commit sinful activities upon the strength of holy names of the Lord. So the seventh offense is telling about taking holy name for counteracting our sins, and eighth offense is talking about punya karma. So seventh offense is talking about papa karma, and eighth offense is talking about punya. And it is to be understood that the holy name is beyond papa and punya. Holy name is not chanted to counteract papa. Holy name is not chanted to create punya. So this is the first and most basic understanding a chanter should have about chanting of Hare Krishna. And generally, the seventh offense for Indians, people really don't mind. People will never do like that, that I will commit some sin and then Krishna is there. Mostly Indians, they fall prey to the eighth offense in trying to chant Hare Krishna for getting some material benefits, or trying to chant Hare Krishna and comparing it with some Vedic ritualistic activity. Just like we have a ritual in Vedas, you do some ritual in Veda, you will get something. You worship the demigods and then you go to heavenly planets. Different demigods can give different benedictions. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a big list of what all things different demigods can give in the second canto. So in the Vedas, there is profuse information about how to worship different demigods through the yajnic process, through the yajna, and through the chanting of the mantras. And by the chanting of the mantras, by doing some yajna, you will get elevated to heavenly planets. You will get a lot of material benefits from that. But we must understand, sometimes we think the Hare Krishna is also like that. Sometimes some person becomes sick and we say, just chant Hare Krishna, everything will all right. Yes. And you are chanting Hare Krishna, so everything will become all right. But we need to understand that if you tell someone that you chant Hare Krishna, you will become all right of your diseases. Because Hare Krishna is the solution of all problems of the world, correct? We say, na, so Hare Krishna, you chant Hare Krishna, any problem you ask to any devotee, Prabhuji, I am facing this problem. They'll say, chant Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, everything will all become all right, right? So if we have a aspiration or an expectation that Hare Krishna will solve all material problems, it is very dangerous, because it may solve and it may not solve. And if it solves, it is dangerous for us. Imagine Hare Krishna do solves the material problems in our life, then it is dangerous for the chanter, because he will consider the Hare Krishna as a ritualistic activity. And if it doesn't solve, then he will lose faith on Hare Krishna, because he came and started chanting Hare Krishna for taking it as some Vedic ritualistic activity. Sometimes we may go out and new people may ask ki Prabhuji, my son is not developing concentration, and we may say, oh, you tell your son to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, you will develop concentration. Yes, we say like that. Yes, but Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not for developing concentration. That in the beginning we may say that okay, you chant Hare Krishna, you may develop concentration, and he may actually develop. But we must understand that these things what we tell is just to help and encourage the person to pick up the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because as the person starts chanting Hare Krishna, he will very soon realize that chanting Hare Krishna is a much more sublime activity than getting some benefits out of the material world. Because chanting of Hare Krishna is going to award us and awaken us, in our heart, the love for God, the love for Krishna. But that awakening of love for Krishna will come only when we have deep conviction that chanting of Hare Krishna has nothing to give or take with my material life. We may advance in Krishna consciousness, but we still have some desire, oh, I'm chanting Hare Krishna, everything should be all right in our life, correct? Many people in India, they have this conception that because I am chanting Hare Krishna, everything should be all right. And as soon as something is not all right, then we start complaining, Prabhu, I am chanting Hare Krishna. So within our heart, we have this conviction that I am chanting Hare Krishna. I should get some material benefit. Something should be getting adjusted because now I have become a devotee of Krishna. But we must understand that by foundational principle, the Hare Krishna chanting is not for creating a good situation in the material world. Rather, according to Bhagavad Gita, no one can create a good situation in material world. Material world is dukkhalayam asaswatam. The chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is meant to awaken our love for God. It is very dormant within our heart. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema Sadhya Kabunai. It doesn't have any, the Krishna Prem. It is not an artificial imposition. It is already there in the mind, in the heart of a living entity. It has to be awakened by chanting of Hare Krishna. So as Indians, we have a danger in considering this Hare Krishna as a Vedic ritual or getting some material benefits out of it. Sometimes some people face some material problems, and we may think, okay, let him chant Hare Krishna. That is good for new people. But as we advance in Krishna consciousness, we should understand that let my material life purva karmanu rupam. In Mukundamala Stotra, the Nastha Deve Naiba Pavo Kabhoge. So Mukundmala Stotra in Kulakshekhara Maharaj is speaking that, oh Lord, I am not worshipping you, I am not worshipping your lotus feet, I am not chanting your mantras so that I can get rid of some papa and get rid of some papa and get some punya karma. I am not doing that. Let whatever papa I am supposed to experience, whatever papa karma and what punya karma I am supposed to experience, purva karma anurupam, let it happen as it is happening in my life. But please, oh my Lord, I have only one request to you, that bhave bhave hrudaya bhavane bhavayantam bhavantam. Oh Lord, I have only one desire. Wherever I am, whichever species I am, whichever place I am, whether I am in material world or spiritual world, whether I am an animal or a human being or a demigod, whichever species, whichever place, wherever I am, whether I am in hell or heaven or spiritual world or material world, let me always remember you, let me always serve you, let me always chant your holy names. Alapinam pratidinam Kuruma Mukundam. So in Kulashekar Maharaj prays like this. Initially he prays, oh Lord, I am not chanting your mantras for getting some elevation to heavenly planets. I am not chanting your mantras for getting some material benefits, and I am not chanting your mantras for getting rid of my material suffering. I am chanting so that I can remember you, I can serve you. That's my only reason for my chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra or any other mantras and any other names. So in this way, Kulashekar Maharaj beautifully, in the beginning part of the Mukundamala Sutra, almost first 5 slokas, he focus on this only. The first verse he speaks about how we should chant the holy names very sincerely every day. Alapinam pratidinam guruma mukundam. And then he says, I want to remember you all, my Lord, but let my material life, my material punyas, what is going to happen, let my material papa, what is going to come, let it come as it is, purva karmanurupam. Because I am not having nastha deva. He says that I am not putting astha on you. We have astha, na? Astha means faith. That oh, मैं अभी भगवान कृष्ण की आराधना कर रहा हूँ, तो भगवान कृष्ण सब सही कर लेंगे, सब अच्छा हो जाएगा, अच्छा हो जाएगा. So Kulasekhar Maharaj is praying, Nastha Deva. I am not having astha on you. I am not putting astha on you that you will convert my material life, you will elevate my material life, or you will reduce my, mitigate my sufferings in material life. I am putting astha on you, O my Lord, so that you can awaken the love for your lotus feet, and I can always remember you. That's my only aspiration to chant Hare Krishna. So great souls like Kulasekar Maharaj in Mukund Mala Stotra has explained the same concept which this Padma Puran speaks about the 10 offenses very beautifully in the beginning part of the Mukund Mala Stotra, that the chanting of the holy names of the Lord has never to be done for getting some material benefits, just like we do some Vedic ritualistic activities, some get for getting some punya karma. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Prabhu ki jai. Hare Krishna.